Hello, Michael here. Looking today at Psalms 43, specifically verse 1 and 2 for the Exposition, a psalm subtitled, Send Out Your Light and Your Truth. Let's go ahead and read these first two verses then. Judge me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. Verse 2. For thou art the God of my strength. Why dost thou cast me off? Why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? And so we turn to the treasury of David for the exposition. Verse 1. Judge me, O God. Others are unable to understand my motives and unwilling to give me a just verdict. My heart is clear as to the intent, and therefore I bring my case before thee, content that thou wilt impartially weigh my character and right my wrongs. If thou wilt judge, thy acceptance of my conduct will be enough for me. I can laugh at human misrepresentation if my conscience knows that thou art on my side. Thou art the only one I care for, and besides, thy verdict will not sleep, but thou wilt see practical justice done to thy slandered servant, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. One such advocate as the Lord will more than suffice to answer a nation of brawling accusers. When people are ungodly, no wonder that they are unjust. Those who are not true to God himself cannot be expected to deal rightly with his people. Hating the king, they will not love his subjects. Popular opinion weighs with many, but divine opinion is far more weighty with the gracious few. One good word from God outweighs 10,000 railing speeches of men. He bears a brazen shield before him, whose reliance is on all things, is upon his God. The arrows of calumny fall harmlessly from such a buckler. Oh, deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. Deceit and injustice are boon companions. He who fawns will not fear to slander. From two such devils none can deliver us but God. His wisdom can outwit the craft of the vilest serpent, and his power can overmatch the most raging lion. Whether this was Doeg or Ahithophel is small matter. Such double-distilled villains are plentiful, and the only way of dealing with them is to refer the matter to the righteous judge of all. If we try to fight them with our own weapons, we shall suffer more serious injury from ourselves than from them. O child of God, leave these thine enemies in better hands, remembering that vengeance belongeth not to thee, but to thy Lord. Turn to him in prayer, crying, O deliver me, and ere long you shall publish abroad the remembrance of his salvation. Verse 2. For here is argument, which is the very sinew of prayer. If we reasoned more with the Lord, we should have more victories in supplication. Thou art the God of my strength. All my strength belongs to thee. I will not therefore use it on my own behalf against my personal foes. All my strength comes from thee. I therefore seek help from thee, who art able to bestow it. All my strength is in thee. I leave therefore this task of combating my foes entirely in thy hands. Faith which leaves such a thing alone is wise faith. Note the assurance of David, thou art. Not I hope and trust so, but I know it is so. We shall find confidence to be our consolation. Why dost thou cast me off? Why am I treated as if thou didst loathe me? Am I become an offense unto thee? There are many reasons why the Lord might cast us off, but no reason shall prevail to make him do so. He hath not cast off his people, though he for a while treats them as cast offs. Learn from this question that it is well to enquire into dark providences, but we must enquire of God, not of our own fears. He who is the author of mysterious trial can best expound it to us. Blind unbelief is sure to err, and scan his work in vain. God is his own interpreter, and he will make it plain. Why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? Why do I wander hither and thither like a restless spirit? Why wear I the weeds of sorrow on my body, and the lines of grief on my face? Oppressions make a wise man mad. Why, Lord, am I called to endure so much of it for so long a time? Here again is a useful question, addressed to the right quarter. The answer will often be because we are saints, and must be made like our head, and because such sorrow is chastening to the spirit, and yieldeth comfortable fruit. We are not to cross-question the Lord in peevishness, but we may ask of him in humility. God help us to observe distinction so as not to sin through stress of sorrow. Indeed, trust you enjoyed the meditation. Send out your light and your truth, O God, and may we readily imbibe and store it. Well, Michael here, declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be blessed.